Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Sam's Club is offering 60% membership discounts to Arkansas teachers this summer for just $20. The educator-only access is available now through Tuesday, August the 15th. The discount can be redeemed online and in Sam's Club locations across Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Interested educators can find this story with the link to sign up at 5newsonline.com. Meanwhile, a new congregation is looking to move into another location after it split away from its former church because of its anti-LGBTQ views. It comes after Arkansas's largest Methodist congregation split into 3 this past spring. The United Methodist Church as a whole is undergoing splits over disagreements on homosexuality. Now the new congregation, called Christ Church, has hired architects and contractors to renovate a spot at the old Sears location at the Northwest Arkansas Mall.
We needed to find a space that could hold everybody, and there's just not that many commercial properties, spaces around Northwest Arkansas, particularly the Fayetteville area, that could hold as many as we thought we would be launching with. And so we were very fortunate to find this particular property, the former Sears property, and it took a little bit of work and negotiation, but we landed in that space, and God opened some doors for us to get there, and we're thrilled to have it for sure.
Well, Christ Church formally launched their services at the Fayetteville Town Center on Sunday, but services will only be held there for about a year. And some good news for those in Springdale. Waste Management just opened a new natural gas facility there. The $35 million facility is expected to recover and distribute about 750,000 MMBTU per year of renewable natural gas, or RNG. That serves the equivalent of 25,000 households annually. A portion of the RNG produced at this new facility will also be used for Waste Management's fleet of compressed natural gas, or CNG, vehicles. And a heads up when you're on the roads for the rest of the month. Monday marked the beginning of Arkansas's Speeding Slows You Down campaign. The state police are reminding drivers that speed limit signs are not suggestions, and exceeding those limits is dangerous no matter how experienced of a driver you are. They'll be on the lookout, and if you get pulled over for speeding, you can expect to get a ticket. All right, before we get to more of today's top stories, let's get a check of the weather with meteorologist Stephen Elmore. And Stephen, it will be excessively hot today.
Yeah, not only today, but heading into our Wednesday as well. This excessive heat, this short-term heat wave going to be affecting most of the South, including Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. We're seeing those heat indices anywhere between 110 and 115 across portions of the River Valley for today. Across Northwest Arkansas, you can expect those heat index values to be anywhere from 105 to 110. The heat advisory across Northwest Arkansas, excessive heat warning across portions of the River Valley. Taking a look at those real temperatures for today, topping out in the high 90s across Northwest Arkansas, 97 expected today. Mostly sunny skies, excessive heat definitely by the time we get to the afternoon across the River Valley. Temperatures trying to reach above the triple digits. Maybe not today, but heading into our Wednesday, we have a greater potential to reach triple digits, especially across the River Valley. Talking about those heat index values, again today, anywhere between 105 and 115, especially across the River Valley, has a greater chance to see closer to 115. Across Northwest Arkansas, again, anywhere between 105 and 110. Across into Wednesday, we're going to see those heat index values closer to 115 all across 5 country. Next front comes in Thursday into Friday. Friday temperatures are going to be cooler. Rain chances for the weekend. Just got to get through the short-term heat wave through Wednesday.
All right, thanks so much, Stephen. Now, with these temperatures, people in our communities are putting plans in place to help. For those who don't have a cool place to go, several nonprofits are opening their doors. 5 News reporter Catherine Gilker tells us where you can go to cool off.
Extreme temperatures are something that you really can't prepare yourself for. When it's either too cold or it's either too hot, there's not much you can do when you're out and exposed to the elements. And so we open our facilities to attempt to alleviate some of that stress on people.
The Salvation Army in Bentonville and Fort Smith open as cooling centers anytime the heat index gets above 95 degrees. It doesn't take long for heat exhaustion to set in. Northwest Arkansas Area Commander Captain Patrick Conley says the Fayetteville shelter is not able to open as a cooling center because it is still undergoing renovations.
They just need to show up, and there will be water available, snacks available, things of that nature, so that we can help make the experience as comfortable as possible as we experience these extreme temperatures.
A new day shelter opened just 2 months ago in Rogers called Micah 6-8 Way Station.
Feels fantastic to be able to meet the need that we see in Bentonville and Rogers. You don't know how many people are on the street until you really begin to work with the population that's out there. And then awareness, your eyes are open very quickly to the amount of individuals that are actually out there on the street.
While offering a cool place for people to come during the day, they also provide displaced people with resources to get them SNAP benefits, as well as help them get back on their feet and get rehomed. Troy Cook is the director, and in those 2 months, he says they've seen more than 250 people come through their doors.
A place like the Way Station and a cooling center like the Way Station is imperative because people, they can have heat stroke. Some people could die out there if they're already suffering with other health conditions. I think it's very important to have places like this for them to be able to come.
Well, you can find a list of cooling centers throughout our area on our website. Find it at 5newsonline.com. Well, those are your top stories and weather for the day. We'll continue to follow the news all day. You can catch up with us again this evening on your 5 News at 4, 5, and 6, or keep up to date by downloading the free 5 News smartphone app. I'm Jo Bellison. Have a great Tuesday.